Hello everybody, DJ here. I was just wanting to put a video together because I'm about to install a new stereo, or a head unit rather, floating head unit, modular head unit, media player, in our Dodge Caravan. It's a 2018. I understand that removing the factory stereo is going to be pretty simple. I don't know what the install is going to look like on the head unit. It is a Pioneer 7600 NEX. But I'm going to figure it out as I go, and I'm going to try and make a video at the same time, so hopefully I don't look too foolish. But I haven't seen much about this on here, so I figured this would be a good place to start. It's just to put something out, so let's give it a go. So I'm recording with my cell phone, so bear with me here. I don't have any mounts or anything like that with me at the moment, and so also I wanted to keep this kind of quick because I got other stuff to do today, so didn't want to spend too much time. Anyway, here's what we're starting off with. Pioneer head unit. I got a couple parts as well. These were all ordered from Crutchfield. I also have the wiring harness for the Dodge Caravan. And I have an installation kit, or rather the plastic piece. It's going to help me. This is a double DIN sized radio, and the Pioneer is a single DIN. So I've got this adapter piece here that's going to help us to be able to close up any gaps. I believe that this is the adapter for maybe the backup camera is my guess. So we'll see if that works, and we'll see if the stereo improves the backup camera any, or if you actually need a new camera because this thing's really terrible. And then also we've got the Maestro, the interface adapter, so that I can use my steering wheel controls and so they can plug in with the factory amplifier. They've got one of these for just about every model of car out there, it seems. So if you're gonna do it, and just pick the radio that's right for you. It's either gonna be this guy or whatever, and then there's another one. I think it's the base model radio that is available as well. And the only thing that changes, I think, is maybe this. So let's get started. Here's the radio that comes installed in the van. This is on their GT model. It's got a backup camera. It's got navigation. It's pretty nice. But honestly, I'm not super impressed with the quality, although I don't think that a new head unit is going to solve the problem, because I also have an amplifier that's probably going to need to be replaced, and then the speakers as well. But, you know, we got to start somewhere, and the head unit is going to be where I am starting, because this one does not have Apple CarPlay, which I use frequently in my other car. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this stereo, and again, bear with me here, because I've not taken this stuff apart before, and I've never used a Maestro. So it might be difficult, it might be simple. We're gonna find out here in a moment, and then you could decide whether or not you need to hire a professional or if you could do it yourself. But I think that most people could probably do it themselves. So based off of other videos I've watched, I believe in order to remove the head unit, you basically just need to insert a plastic body panel or a plastic panel remover in behind this crack here. If you don't have that available, which I have no idea where mine is, so I grabbed a butter knife. And if you gently insert a butter knife here, you can probably see that it's not going to take too much to get this panel removed. Be gentle, because you don't want to break any of the latches. I guess. Get my hand here by putting my phone down, but I'm just going to gently pry this off the front of the radio, and if everything goes well, I believe it's supposed to expose some screws. Okay, panel removed. It was pretty simple, and as I thought, there are some screws, difficult to see in the video because of light. Let me see if I can adjust it. A little bit. Okay, so yep, Phillips head screws should get the radio the rest of the way out, and that it may be the easiest radio to uninstall ever. Little wiggling and we were able to get the radio free, and we pull it out. I would imagine we're going to expose probably some harnesses right back here, which we're going to unclip and then remove the head unit. While we're at it, since I officially have no idea how to use this stuff, I'm going to go ahead and check out the Maestro unit that came with it that's supposed to adapt this vehicle to work with the Pioneer. And so opening the box here, I find that there's some wiring, which is all very exciting. And then also it comes with this harness kit as well. So I don't know if I'm going to have to use both of this and the one from Crutchfield, or if this is going to do the job on its own. Let's take a look. Sorry, excuse me, with all the shaking, and see what we've got. This clearly is going to plug into that plug right there. And then I've got some audio and video jacks. Okay, we've now got the head unit removed, and we're going to set it aside. And we've got left our harnesses here. So these were for the factory radio, of course, that you just removed. If you didn't know that, stop now and find help. And then we're going to utilize this kit here, which I ordered with the radio from Crutchfield, which, if I understand correctly, is going to pretty much handle most of the adapting that needs to take place. So let's check it out. So look at that. I found some place to put the camera. So now that I've got you sitting here and I've got both my hands free, let's take a look and see what we've got. So again, Crutchfield harness right here. Looking at this, yep, I bet that goes to this. Wow, look at that, it does. All right, what else have we got? Antenna. I think I've also got an antenna adapter. Well, yep, this is it right here. I'm trying to decide what side the camera was on. Okay, and this guy's gonna clip in here so easy like that. And what do we got left? Three pieces left. This one, obviously we just spoke about, is for this guy. And now we're down to two. What's that gonna be for? Oh boy, what's that guy? How about here? We got anything here? Over here? What's this right here? Oh, this goes with this, right? Shabam! We're missing one little guy. What are you? Where do you go to? This is probably for the radio. There's a fuse. And it's installed already. Cool. So this is the only guy we're missing right now. Maybe it's on here. Is it on here? No. And maybe there's a spot on the radio for it. I have not yet opened the radio box. But we'll do that momentarily. Probably getting tired of looking at the back of my head. Sorry. I am not generally a YouTuber. So I'm not very good at this, probably. Okay. Well, I don't know what the other one goes to. Shizzle. Hold on a minute. I think we're jumping the gun here. Okay, so now that we've got our nifty adapter out, this one's got a cool little pocket right here, which is cool. So you could hide some funky stuff up in there, because I'm pretty sure that the screen on the new head unit, I wish this was looking at me. So this will probably be mostly hidden by the screen on the new head unit. But that's okay with me, because honestly, I just need to reduce it to single DIN, and I can either have pocket or no pocket. I'll take the pocket. You could use it to store, I don't know, some funky stuff in it, whatever you want. So I'm going to put my pocket on the top, I think, because I want this radio, which I think is adjustable anyway, to not interfere with the heating and cooling vents. So I'm going to put it closer to the top, I think, for all intents and purposes here. Boom, 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 boom. Push that through. This is going to be so simple, you guys. Honestly, I think that just about anybody can probably do this. So far, anyway. We'll see how the rest of it goes. So this thing's going to screw in. And let me see how it lines up. Are they going to want me to have it on the other side? They are. Oh my God, they want me to put the thing the other way. Why does that even matter? So they put these little tabs on here so that you can only mount it one direction. And I'm wondering to myself, you know what? We'll give it a try, and I'll just adapt it on the radio. I was going to say I could shave those guys off, and I'll mount it whatever way that I want. I don't know why they bothered to install that, but you know what? I like it when things don't move around very much, and those are going to provide a nice little anchor, I think. So we'll just do it this way, and honestly, I don't mind. If I'm not into it, I'll just flip it around and do it the other way. So cool. So that's installed there. Now I've got my screws from earlier that I kept in the console and my handy dandy screwdriver, and I'm just gonna throw this all back together real quick. Okay, we're getting creative here, but this part's gonna be really exciting and I didn't want you guys to miss it. I'm gonna open up the stereo, and I've been pretty stoked to do this because, I don't know, it's a really nice piece, and I've been excited to get it and install it here. Should probably make a little more room for myself, maybe. Okay. Cool. So let's see what we got. More wires, right? USB-C, some composite stuff, and a plug, a satellite antenna, a microphone. I don't know if I'm going to need that or not. Probably not, but maybe, because I think this thing has Alexa on it, which would be pretty cool. Brackets. I know that's for the adjustable stuff. Hardware, don't want to lose that. Remote control. Does anybody really use remote controls? I mean, they include them, but I don't know that I've ever actually been like, oh, where's my stereo remote? I want to change the channels. Directions. Womp, throw that on the floor. And, okay. USB-C to USB adapter. And this is the good stuff inside this box. The chassis. Whoop, get that out of here. Get this out of here. There it is. And it doesn't have a cage yet. Boy, I hope it has a cage. Oh man, if you don't have a cage, I'm gonna feel so sad. Alright. I feel like most stereos should come with a cage. At least they've always come with a cage in the past. Dude, she doesn't have a cage. Despite all my rage, the radio has no cage. I might have a spare cage laying around somewhere from like the 90s single din stereo stuff, but gosh, you know, I feel like I would throw it away. Here's the display. Pull that out for you so we can take a look. I can't believe there's no cage, Pioneer. I know I'm so popular. I know Pioneer's watching this video right now. Where's my cage? There's the display. Sweet. This is going to look so awesome. Oh, it's the perfect size for this van, you guys. This is amazing. And these do come in more than one size. And I think there's a 10.1. And I don't know. I don't think this one's a 10.1. I think I went with a size smaller. Deliberately. I don't know. I don't know, you guys. Okay, you guys. I know you got freaked out. Don't freak out. Freaked out. Remember the directions that I threw on the ground? Directions. Well, in a brief panic, I was about to grab my keys and go find a radio cage. And then I read the directions, and turns out I actually removed these from the package, and I probably even showed you, but these go with this guy right here, and together I don't need a cage, so they're gonna mount together. I think this little guy comes out of here somehow. Oh yeah, look, there's like little clips on the back side. Boom, that guy pops out. These little clippy guys are gonna go in here and snap in tight, holding my stereo securely inside this little plastic happy house. Sorry about that. Okay, so I'm back. I've been doing a little bit here, trying to figure out what's going on with the wires and doing a little bit of research. And I'm not 100% yet, but I'm getting there, so bear with me. I'll just cut those parts of the video out, actually. You don't have to bear with me at all. I've got the stereo, of course this adapter is installed, and now I've got these black plastic pieces here that came with that adapter installed to the Pioneer head unit as well. So we're making progress, and this is just going to basically clip inside of here. But before I try to test fit this, and of course I'm not going to be done at that point. I have a lot to do as far as I've got to pull it back out and then start doing a little bit of work with some of these wires and such, so we can figure out what's going on. But nonetheless, I am going to go ahead and test fit it and put the screen on it, and then we'll see what kind of functionality we get once we can put some power on it. So at any rate, I've got this piece, which came with the radio, and I've got this, which is the head unit, and it's a pretty smart design because this wire kind of moves around, and you could tuck it down or move it left and right, so you could install the screen in different positions. Also, the screen itself has these nice little mounting slots in it, or mounting holes in it, so that you can move the screen up and down on the bracket that comes with it. So no matter what type of car you have, you can move it pretty much where you want it to be within a matter of about 3 inches or so, it looks like. But we're going to put ours right in the center because our stack just looks better that way, and we don't have to worry about anything around the radio. We don't have any controls or anything. So I'll put it right in the center. I don't want to stick it up too much because I don't want to impede my view. And I don't want to impede the HVAC controls. So I'm just going to tuck this wire down and put this bracket on, just like that. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and screw it in, and then we'll line up the screen and put it on. But until then, I'm just going to cut this out because it's going to be me just like screwing a bunch of stuff, which is weird. Okay, so I did some research, and I found that the Maestro unit here, which is like kind of hooked up to its own harness that I got from Crutchfield there. So this Maestro unit here, the iData RR, needed to be registered on the website prior to it working in the car. So I hooked everything up to see if it would work, and it didn't work. And so I recognize that it's no longer 1995, so I took it in the house and I plugged it into the computer, and it was a pretty straightforward process. The internet told me that I had to use a Windows with Internet Explorer in order to download the drivers and put this vehicle into the system. I found after messing around a little bit, because I did have a Windows computer, but I don't typically use it. So I had to do a lot of updates before I could use it. But what I did find out in the process is there's actually an application that says that you can use it with a Mac. So if you have a Mac computer, I think there's an app that you could use to flash this Maestro controller. So anyway, I did that, and I entered the vehicle information. They asked for the serial number on the radio. I put that stuff in, and lo and behold, it works. So I disconnected it again, and I wanted to be able to show you that it's actually pretty easy. So the frustrating part's done because it was just this piece, being able to program this. So anyway, once you have that, everything else is just straightforward. We put the dash thing in. It was like 2 screws on each side. The radio popped out super easy. Phillips head screwdriver. You've got the harnesses here, which Crutchfield, when you order it for your vehicle, Crutchfield provided those for me already. You know, everything was pretty straightforward. The radio came with what I needed. I now have the radio put together, and I'm going to go ahead and install. I have a theory that I haven't tested yet, and that is this vehicle. First off, I don't have the adapter to utilize the factory satellite antenna. That's fine because I'm in Europe, and I'm not going to use the GPS or Sirius or anything like that. But if you're in the US, you're going to probably want to utilize your factory satellite antenna. Otherwise, you got to use the one that came with the radio. Whatever. I mean, you do what you want. I'd like to get the adapter, but right now I'm not too concerned about it. The theory that I have is regarding the microphone that came with the unit. I don't really want to run the microphone or put the microphone anywhere. I just don't want to, and I don't like the way it looks. So my theory is that since the radio is integrated into the car with the Maestro controller and whatnot, and supposedly this retains Uconnect voice features, that means that this should have a microphone built in. So I shouldn't have to install the aftermarket microphone, but I haven't seen that in any of the literature that I looked at. So I don't know for sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to go ahead and try and hook it up and see if that works. And if it does, then great, because then I don't have to install the aftermarket microphone, which I don't really have a spot for anyway. So, I mean, it does have a clip and whatever, who cares? But also, another thing to note too is if you happen to have a Dodge Grand Caravan, and this is the 2018 GT, there's a ton of space in the dash, so I'm just going to tuck everything into the dash. I may pull it back up and pull it back out and wrap it in like some foam so that I don't have any vibration sounds or anything like that. But it seems that there'll be enough room for everything once I get it all put back together. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, I've got the controller here, and I could disconnect all this if you wanted, but basically, you know, these harnesses here, they all connect together. So that's one branch, and this is for the iData Maestro. And then I've got another part here, which is for the radio, and then this part here, which connects to the car. So pretty easy to understand how this all goes together. And so I'm gonna go ahead and start plugging this in. This is the main plug here, and we will clip this together. There we go. And I've got this one as well. Okay, which we will clip together. I don't like that. And let's see, what else we got? Here we go. This one goes to the radio, antenna adapter. Just in case, you know, you're old school, you like to listen to AM, FM, probably have that. This part here, like I said, this is for the backup camera. This was an extra accessory. It did not come with it. I had to buy this extra. It did not come with it. Okay, so that's that. And so, yada, yada, yada. This is OBD2. I think this is so you could show, like, display, like, gauge information and stuff up there, which would be pretty cool. I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe later. But as of right now, I just want to try and get it in and see how it behaves. What's this? Oh, satellite antenna. All right, so now I think that I've got all that stuff taken care of. Got my radio. I'm going to plug the black one in here, which is right here. Try not to cross these up too much, because I want to try and keep it neat. All right, black one's in, and then I've got this here, which came with the radio, with the 7600. Plugs in here. And this is for the rear view camera, which is the long one. Rear view camera on here is brown. It's got some other cool features as well. Rear monitor output, cool. So for video, second camera input, awesome. So like that stuff's all really great. And I think I am going to use that rear monitor output because I did order a entertainment system for in here, but I have not yet installed it. So that'll be another video. If you're really into Dodge Caravan stuff, I'm going to put a 12-inch monitors in the back. The kids are going to love it. Yeah. All right, so, and then, it's like all this stuff, man. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. All right, so I got all this together, and you see, I chose my screen. This also tilts, too. Pretty sweet thing. All right, so put this in first. I don't know how this is all going to go. We'll see what happens here. Like I said, there's a lot of room back here. I don't want to mess it up too much. I don't want to, like, cram it all in here and smash stuff or tear wires. I want to be careful. Okay, cool. So it could, there's like room underneath too, because obviously this was a double din. No longer using the bottom side. I'm just gonna use my hands to tuck them in here. Try to push it out of the way. I see that I don't have enough room yet. So, guess what? It was a lot easier. You gotta put the bezels on, right? So, after a good bit of wiggling, there is a lot of room in there still. But nonetheless, it's easiest, I think, if you just remove the screen and then you can put it on afterwards after you get everything pushed into place. So now it's nice and trim. We got the trim ring on here, and then the Dodge trim ring is back in place. So now it's looking pretty nice, you know? So we'll just put the screen on and then we'll be done. Okay, so I've got the screen on, but it's not screwed in yet. And I'm just kind of playing around a little bit to see what position it works best in. And so this is position 1, which I thought would be good, which is right in the middle, but I think I am going to take it up just a notch, just to see if maybe, because my cell phone, this is a Pro Clip USA custom mount, and this is where it goes. So I don't want to obstruct the display, which I think this goes down. There we go. It might be okay, but I'm going to take it up a notch just to see what it looks like, because it requires nothing, basically. So, gotta be honest, I think I like it there better. Yeah, I don't think that's going to create a problem for me. Let me try up, just for fun, I'm going to try up one more notch. Yeah, that's a little high. That's obstructing my vision. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring it down. And now it's all back together. And look how wonderful it looks. I guess it's a little smeary. Yes. That's better. Moment of truth. Okay. Outstanding. But do I have a backup camera? I do! I have a backup camera. How exciting is that? Everything seems to be working okay. Ooh, I wonder about this. Wi-Fi settings. Okay, we'll worry about that later. I actually have this cool device here that I'm also going to install, which is a TP-Link Wi-Fi router that utilizes a SIM card. And so I could hook up multiple devices. I plan on using this for my video. I'm going to connect the radio to it. And I'm also going to have a dash cam in the front and the back that is connected to Wi-Fi that I can check on and use as a security alarm as well. But again, that's for another day also, because I'm tired and I fogged up the windows and it's nasty in here, and I feel gross and I don't want to record anymore. But hey, look at that. Holy crap. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching. Hope this helped. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask them down in the comment section. And let's be honest, I mean, I probably am not going to be like trolling around in there like looking to answer questions, but I think you can figure it out yourself. It's a super straightforward process. Bought this stuff at Crutchfield. They've usually been pretty helpful. Not always the best prices, but best customer support that I found. Anyway, thanks a lot for your time, and good luck. All right, take it easy.